Hey everybody, my name is Spencer, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to play Faraway, published by Pandasaurus Games, who has partnered with us at Game Nerdz to bring you this tutorial. In Faraway, 2 to 6 players travel across a mysterious continent called Alula and compete to win the most fame. You'll gain fame by meeting inhabitants and unveiling Alula's secrets and wonders. I'll get into the specifics of playing in just a bit, but first let's take a look at the setup. Start by taking the deck of 68 region cards, shuffle them, and deal 3 face down to each player. Now players may look at their cards, but should keep them secret. Place the remaining deck face down in the center of the table. Next, reveal as many cards from the deck as there are players, plus 1. I'm setting up for a 3-player game, so I'll flip over 4 cards. Shuffle the 45 Sanctuary cards into a face down deck and place it beside the region deck. And now you're ready to play! A game of Faraway lasts 8 rounds. In each round, players play a single region card on the table to the right of the previously played cards, representing how your journey is taking you far away from home. Along the way, you'll meet denizens who will ask you to complete tasks for them in exchange for growing your fame. At the end of the game, you'll travel all the way back, meeting up with the denizens you previously met, and hopefully satisfying their requests. By calculating your score from right to left instead of left to right as you place them, you'll have to plan and play your cards carefully to be successful. Now before I get into the nitty-gritty of the rules, I want to show you some examples of the region cards. Region cards represent the 4 biomes categorized by color and unique pattern. Blue, rocky deserts, red, mushroom forests, green, rivers, and yellow, cave cities. The number in the upper left corner represents the exploration duration, and the circle around it represents the time of day, daytime, or nighttime. Some cards have clues on them, which lead you to sanctuaries you'll add to your play area. This symbol displays the number of fame points you'll earn from denizens if you meet the prerequisite, displayed here. They'll want some combination of Udu, Okiko, and Gold Log. So you need to gather the required resources on your way back home by the time you return to the denizen in order to earn those fame points. Alright, and that gives you enough thematic context to explain why you're doing what you're doing mechanically, which I'll cover now. Now, as I said earlier, a game lasts 8 rounds, and each round is made up of 3 phases: exploring a region, finding sanctuaries, and end of the exploration. Begin the round by exploring a region. Everyone simultaneously chooses a single card from their hand and places it face down in front of them. Once all cards are chosen, everyone reveals their card and places it in their play area to the right of the card they previously played. Now obviously on the first turn, you're only beginning your journey, so place your card on the table, making sure to leave enough space to add 7 more cards beside it. Now, while this is the ideal way to position the region cards, if you are limited on table space, feel free to adapt to your environment. Just make sure that you can easily distinguish the order you played your cards. Once everyone has placed cards in their play area, they should look to see if they found any sanctuaries. Now, this isn't possible on the first round as you'll see, but take note of it now for rounds 2 to 8. First, compare the exploration duration on the card you just played to the card previously played. If the newest card's duration is higher than the previous card, you found a sanctuary. Anyone finding a sanctuary should draw 1 sanctuary card plus 1 card per clue on their previously played cards, including region cards or other sanctuary cards. In this example, 49 is higher than 15, so I find a sanctuary. I draw 1 sanctuary card and then 3 more, 1 for each clue symbol. Note that for this icon and all of the others you'll see on the cards, only the icons in the top corners of the cards count towards requirements. So even though this green card has a clue symbol on it, it's simply indicating part of the conversion rate for the denizen and does not provide a clue for conditions like when you're totaling icons for sanctuaries. In the final phase of the round, players take turns ending their exploration. Begin with the player who played the card with the lowest exploration duration in phase 1, followed by the player with the next lowest, and so on until all have played. When it's your turn, choose a region card from those available in the center of the table and add it to your hand, so that you once again have 3 cards. Do not replace any cards that are taken just yet. Then, if you received any sanctuary cards in phase 2, choose 1 and only 1 and add it to your play area. I suggest keeping your sanctuary cards over on the left side of your play area. Then, if you have any leftover sanctuary cards, put them all face down under the sanctuary deck. Once everyone has finished their turn in this phase, remove the remaining region card from the game, and then reveal as many new region cards as there are players, plus 1. Now, on the 8th and final round, you can still play a sanctuary card, but don't worry about taking a new region card, as you won't have a chance to play it. If it's not the 8th round, Begin a new round playing exactly how you played the previous rounds. At the end of the 8th round, you'll proceed to end game scoring. Everyone should begin by flipping all region cards face down, but leave sanctuaries face up. Using the score pad, record the fame for each player one at a time, following this method. Reveal region cards one by one from right to left, using only the visible icons to satisfy any prerequisites needed for fame. In other words, for each region card, calculate the fame the card gives you, only taking into account all face-up regions, including itself and all your sanctuaries. Let me walk you through an example player's score to explain. The first card has no prerequisites and gives you 3 points for every gold log thistle you have. Since I'm just starting my journey back, I haven't collected any of those, and there aren't any on my sanctuary cards. Therefore, my score for card 1 is 0. The denizen on my second card will give me 10 points for every set of each color that I have. Now when it comes to my region cards, I only have 2 yellow, but since I can include the colors on my sanctuary cards, I do have at least 1 of each color. So I get 10 points for my second card. If I had multiple sets, I would get 10 points for each one. This citizen wants 1 Okiko symbol, and since I have one on this previous card, I gain this benefit, which is 2 points per nighttime card, including this one I just played, for a total of 2, 4, 6 points. The fourth card doesn't actually give me any fame because there are no denizens there, but it does provide these symbols for me to use on future cards. In other words, 0 points for card 4. Now I want to pause here real quickly and point out that even though I now have a gold log thistle from this card, I do not go back and apply it to the requirements for this denizen. Thematically, I've already passed him on my way back home, so it's too late. This next card has a gold log thistle prerequisite, so I could use this one to apply to it. However, I would need 3, and I only have 1. Therefore, I don't unlock this benefit, and so I get 0 points. If I had been successful in meeting those prerequisites, I would get 3 points for every blue or yellow card I have. The prerequisites for our next card is a gold log thistle and an Okiko symbol. We've satisfied that on this single card, so we get the benefit. In this case, it's 3 fame points for every clue symbol we have face up. I have 1, 2, 3, for a total of 9 points. Now we have another denizen with no prerequisites, so we just gain this benefit automatically. 2 points for each Okiko symbol means I gain 2, 4, 6, and 8 points. The final denizen card has a 2 Okiko symbol prerequisite, and we have those on previous region cards as well as our sanctuaries. That means we unlock this benefit and gain 3 fame for every Udu stone. 3, 6, 9, and 12 points. After scoring the fame from each region card, count the fame awarded by sanctuary cards and add that number in the final box. This sanctuary gives me 1 point for every yellow card I have, including itself, for a total of 4 points. And this sanctuary card gives me 1 point for every Okiko symbol I have, for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 points. That makes the total fame gained from my sanctuaries 8 points. For any of the scoring types I didn't cover, there is a handy reference guide that comes with the game. Add up each player's total fame, record it on the score pad, and the player with the highest score wins the game. Now if there's a tie for first place, the tied player with the lowest exploration duration in their entire tableau wins. And that's everything you need to know to play. Now there is an optional advanced variant you can use once you get more familiar with Faraway. During setup, instead of dealing players 3 region cards as their starting hand, deal 5 to each player. Players then select 3 cards to use in the game, and then remove their other 2 without revealing them to the other players, and shuffle the removed cards back into the deck. By doing this, each player has more control over their starting hand, and they have exclusive knowledge of 2 cards that the other players don't have. After doing this, the rest of the setup remains the same. And now you're ready to play Faraway. If you have any questions about anything I covered here, please leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the Game Nerdz YouTube channel. Once again, my name is Spencer, and I want to thank you so much for watching.